Hello and welcome to the first inaugural Anime Society podcast. This is your host, Anime Freak, with my co-host,
Chaos Beat.
and we are going to be talking to you guys about anime today. Hence, we are the Anime Society. Well, my real name is not obviously Anime Freak, it is Pierce.
And I'm Taylor.
We are college students and just
Or, former college students.
former college students. And just thought we'd give you awesome people some very in-depth reviews and things about anime. Just anything you want to say or, what we like. And yeah, that's going to be the podcast today. So that's a bit about who we are. And now we're going to move on to our top 5 favorite anime and why. Chaos, would you like to go first?
Well, my all-time favorite anime is Familiar Zero.
Good.
Because it made me feel more in 15 minutes than I have ever.
That's good. That's what an anime should do. Any other favorites?
Well, just from nostalgia purposes, Negima,
Oh,
the original and then the reimagined series. They were both really good.
brings back such good memories of watching it with you. You'll cry like a little schoolgirl, just to let you guys know, but it is amazing, so you will not regret watching it.
In Negima?
Yeah.
Oh.
I cry like a little schoolgirl. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah. So what's yours?
My top one...
I know I didn't say 5, but...
Yeah, that's fine. My top 5 favorite anime, starting from like my all-time favorite, has to be Chobits. Just because it was like the first kind of real anime that I watched when I got into college.
Mm.
And I was by myself, didn't have a lot of friends at the time. And Chobits is the one thing that was funny, heart-moving, and just all around great with dialogue, story, funny moments, and very catchy songs. One of them I have as my notification. And that has to be my all-time favorite, and I really enjoy it, and I go back and watch the whole series sometimes just to, bring up all that beautiful nostalgia. Some other ones I have are huge classics like Naruto. It really hit home for me because, growing up, I was kind of like Naruto, so it hit really home with my feelings. And so that just translated into, I have to watch every episode because I am this person, so to speak. Some other ones would be Guilty Crown, because...
That show.
Yeah. It makes your heart hurt, but in a beautiful way. And it just tugged at something that I never thought could be tugged at. And it was like, just beautiful.
It was a good show.
Yeah. I remember every time after we watched a few episodes, you left and you're like, Pierce, my heart hurts right now.
Yeah. If you can, just sit down and watch it in one go. Don't stop watching it. There's not a good place to stop.
No, everything is action-packed and it is fantastic. Again, any of these we've mentioned on the podcast, you are more than welcome to go look them up for yourselves and tell us what you think. Leave a comment. Give us feedback on our Facebook page, which is the Anime Society podcast. So go tell us what you think there, if you hated it, if you loved it, whatever your feedback. Some other honorable mentions for me would be... While I'm looking up mine, you got any others?
Hold up. Gotta switch pages. One that I had heard of but never checked out really until it went on sale was Pet Girl of Sakuraso. And that turned into one of my top 5 favorites. It's a slice of life that I never saw coming. It was great.
It really hits home with you in the terms of of life, because the kid goes through a lot that some people would go through, and it's like it does it in like a really
he doesn't know what he wants to do.
yes, and that's the beautiful thing.
That's how I feel all the time. So that it hit home for me. And Chunibyo was hilarious and heartwarming and great. And the sequel season was good too.
Just so much nostalgia that's coming up, and I love it. My other one would be Nura. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Rise of the Yoki Clan. And that one really hit home because it was an interesting story, and it was done in such a way that just really, again, like all these other anime have, really resonated with me. Great storytelling, great visuals, like beautiful dialogue, and it all came together in like this weird but yet convincingly beautiful like whole mashup of like so many emotions, so many times, but it's like a diamond. It's like really rough, but then like once you get that clean and nice diamond, then that's that. And it was just...
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. We have created a list for each other that we're going to watch. And it's a growing list. But we will hopefully get through it. So.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of hard to work your way through 350 anime when it keeps adding more.
Yeah, that's the problem with anime. You're like, oh, I want to watch these 5 really good ones. And then 2 months later, you're like, oh, this new one that just came out looks fantastic, so you add that one. And it's a never-ending addiction. Ah, it's an addiction. Get help, everybody.
No, don't get help. Just keep wallowing.
Yeah. Keep watching, keep buying, keep downloading, keep getting all the figures, getting whatever you want. Just be you. Okay, now we're going to switch over to anime that we are watching currently.
Well, I technically just finished Haganai Next, and it follows up right after the first season, and you learn some new things, and it ends on a way that I don't like, and there's no movie, and that wasn't good, but it was a great show otherwise.
But overall, excluding the ending, it was a good show?
It was good.
Okay.
The ending just makes you want more.
Yeah.
So go read the manga.
Yeah, there's I think most of these anime have mangas with them, or all of them. Yeah.
Most anime is either based off of a manga, or after the anime comes out, a manga will be made.
Yeah.
Or if it's not based off of a manga, it's based off of a light novel or something.
Oh yeah. So we are about almost a little bit 3 episodes left for season 1 of Haganai.
Yeah, you're like 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah, 2/3 of the way through, and I gotta say, top A quality, beautifulness. I'm glad I'm watching right now. It's fun, it's engrossing, and it's just awesome. So yeah, I would recommend that one. Again, any of them that we said in this podcast, you are more than welcome to go and buy, purchase, watch the trailer for, do whatever you want to do. They're all great anime. You will not be disappointed, my friends. Do you have a favorite anime character?
A favorite anime character? I have quite a few favorite anime characters.
Enlighten the public, please.
I like Decim from the anime Death Parade. And it sounds really morbid, but it's actually a really good show. And Decim I can relate to because he's a guy, he just does his job. And he doesn't really have many emotions or facial expressions. Which, if you know me from in real life, I don't have many facial expressions.
It's true, it may sound horrible, but... He really doesn't. He cares about you, he loves you, but his facial expressions don't convey what his heart is trying to say.
I may not look it, but I care too much.
Yeah. And that's a good thing.
And one of my other all-time favorite characters is Alucard from Hellsing.
Mm.
He is just a badass.
In every sense of the word, complete and utter badass.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's me. So, again, gotta stick with Naruto, because he's my boy, you know. He's probably my all-time favorite, along with Chi from Chobits. Another one is from an anime that I did not mention, but she is Kuroko Shirai, and it is from one of the third on my list, and it is a certain scientific railgun, and that just it does a great job of blending slices of life and action and like a little bit of romance and just kind of a little bit different genres, but in like a really cool, awesome way. The powers that each of the girls have is really unique. Again, like the visual style of the anime is very well done and well animated. And again, for me, the story has a lot to do with it. And watching that, I'm like, holy crap, this is just on another level for me. And I was like, I need this. So I'm working my way up to save for the second season of the Blu-ray, because it's a little bit pricey at about $40 a pop.
Well, it's better than when it was on DVD.
Yeah.
Two parts at $40 a pop.
Yep. You're hearing that right. Two things at $40 each. Yeah.
And it was only for DVDs.
Only DVD quality, people. Granted, DVDs are great, but Blu-rays are better.
Blu-rays are better for quality.
Yeah.
And this new one is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack with both parts, and I think the second season of Railgun is actually better than the first one.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Because
a lot more happens.
The first one didn't know what it wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
It was a jumble of, like you said,
Yep.
slice of life, comedy, romance, action. The second season got a little more
Fleshed out.
A little more fleshed out, a little more directed. It was more just like slice of life with some action.
Yep. Yeah, that's an anime that I will go back and watch time and time again. It's beautiful. It's again, I keep saying beautiful, but it's very pretty scenery, just well done by the animators, and I can't wait. Another one that I didn't mention is Inori Yuzurika. It's from Guilty Crown. I know I probably butchered that last name, which I guarantee you I did. She's from Guilty Crown. And she's just a very, very well manicured character. And she's very fleshed out in like her opinions, her thoughts, her feelings. She's a very strong-willed woman too, and that's really cool to see. But she's not so cold. She still cares about people, and she's just and she sings beautifully. And there's a lot of catchy songs that I like to listen to that are definitely her singing, and it's a great catchy tune. So, okay, let's switch now to manga. What are you reading right now, Chaos?
What am I reading right now?
Yes.
18 different ones. Let's see.
Would you please enlighten the audience on some of your more top-rated ones that you read more often?
Well, I was reading Monster Musume as it came out, like in Japan and when fans translated it, but now I'm just waiting until they release it overseas here. And it's a really good manga. If you like fantasy and romance and harem, they did a good job remixing the harem and the harem genre. And another one that I'm reading that's sort of a shoujo manga is Namaiki Zakari. It's about a manager of a basketball team and one of her new recruits falls in love with her, and then she starts falling for him. It's good.
I've read the first chapter,
I think so.
and it is fantastic. I can attest to everything that comes out of this man's mouth. It is great. I'm only reading one. I'm trying to get through that one, and then I'm gonna get a few more, and that's Boku Girl, and it's about, weirdly, it's about a trap, kind of. Not really, but at the same. Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, a trap is
a boy that looks like a girl.
Yes, thank you.
And that's actually exactly what he was.
Yes.
And then Loki, who is, if you know Norse mythology, Loki is the god of mischief. Except in this one, Loki is a girl, and she decides to have fun with this boy who looks like a girl and turns him into a girl.
All the reproductive organs?
Everything.
Everything. So it's not like it's a dude that thinks he's a girl.
It's just...
It's complete switch.
It's a guy's mind in a girl's body, but he still looks the same, for the most part.
Yeah. And has to go through the weird, super weird school and deal with all his friends and keep his womanhood a secret from everybody who have known him as a boy. And it's really well done, and I'm about 55 chapters in.
Yes.
So.
And since you said that, I know where you're at, because when you said they have to deal with school and people not finding out, that actually changes later on.
I know spoilers, I know he's told his best friend.
Yeah. Well, he told his best friend basically as soon as it happened.
Yeah. He's like, hey,
which
look.
Was second chapter?
Yes.
Yeah. So his friend finds out, right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just trying to keep it a secret from everyone else.
But
that changes.
Yes. And the thing I love is, he was his best friend before he got turned into a she. Mm-hmm. But now that he is a she, his best friend is starting to develop feelings for him.
Yep.
And he's like, he's my best friend, but he's not a dude, he's a guy. And he's kind of conflicted. Yeah. And he's like, I kind of would be too, so I feel your pain there.
They're all teenagers, so hormones are running rampant.
It's like an overflowing waterfall of hormones. Just going all over the place. Yeah, that's the one I'm reading right now. I have a few others. I bought Girls Un Panzer. That's about an anime about schoolgirls, who drive World War II tanks. And it is awesome.
If I'm not mistaken, it starts out as a club, doesn't it?
Yep.
And then they actually have to, go to war or something?
They battle other schools, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So to speak, yeah. But the thing is it's not like they're not on an actual slab of land. It's 4 aircraft carriers in all in one. That's what they're on most of the time. Not most of the time, but that's where they play a lot of their battles on, is on this gigantic ship that's literally the size of a small island or even more, because it has to house tank. It has a whole city inside of it. Wow. And it's the crazy thing. Because I've watched the whole series, and in one part the girl gets lost in the the bowels of the ship, and a lot of the crewmen were like, look, if you can't find her within the next week, she's probably dead. They're like, wow. there's miles and miles and miles of corridors and rooms and just everything that you need to supply a ship this large. And they do find her, and it's great, and they find a new tank, and it's pretty funny. But it's they find all these tanks on this ship aircraft carrier, and then they spruce them up, and that's how they get the camaraderie, and it's really well done. And I like tanks, so it's girls plus tank equals hell yeah.
Nice.
Anything else to add? Any more manga that you're reading?
Well, a long-running manga series that I finished probably about a year ago now, maybe a bit sooner than that. It's called Nozuki Anna. Don't read that if you're not, if you're under the age of 16, because it's very dirty.
Very. dirty.
but the story's good. It's got like, what, 120 or 130 some odd chapters? 117 chapters.
Wow.
Across 13 volumes. And it's about a boy who goes to an art school. And there's this sort of hole between him and the girls next door's apartment. And they enter into an agreement where they peek on each other every other day. It sounds really dirty, and it kind of is, but it's actually got a good story to it. And the ending made me cry.
Oh. It's always good when things make you cry.
Yeah,
In a good way.
For a rather lewd manga, it made me feel.
See, that's what I like. It's not just about the lewdness. It's the lewdness and the story and everything with it makes it a worthwhile manga to read. And that's that's great writing when you're like, hey, we have a lot of these, sexual things going on, but there's also a great story underlined, and it all accumulates into like one gigantic masterpiece of everything.
Even the previews for like the next volume is just like a little story. It was good. So I'd recommend reading that if you're comfortable with that. Read the synopsis or whatever on something first, and then read it if you still want to. But I'd recommend it.
Yeah, you got any more?
Black Cat's a good classic manga.
It's also a good anime.
Manga's better.
Yeah.
Manga
I haven't read the manga.
expanded with storyline.
I've watched the anime. I love the poop out of the anime. I know you say the manga's better. Once I get done reading Boku Girl, Black Cat's my next avenue. So.
Yeah, in the opening when it shows Rinslet dancing with Eve. That actually happens in the manga.
Really?
And you find out that there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex at that house.
What?
Because the lady's rich and she can just have whatever she wants.
If I was rich, I wouldn't just have one Tyrannosaurus. I'd have like a whole fleet and ride one of them today for work.
But this one's like trained.
Yeah.
It's like a pet.
Yeah, I'd still ride it to work. I'd be like, oh, way, Triceratops. Yes, that was a reference to Hi-Ho Silver, and it didn't work.
Yeah. That's all I've got for that. I'm still reading Boku Girl. I'm reading a lot of things, watching a lot of things, and it keeps adding more.
Again, like I said in the beginning, it's an addiction. But it's a good addiction, so keep fueling it, keep funding it, keep watching it. Grow your addiction, people. I want to see you addicts sometime. I want you to come up to me like, Pierce, I am an addict. I'll be like, good, go feed other people your addiction. We need to spread this disease and awesomeness. It's not a disease. We need to spread this addiction as far as wide as possible.
And he's talking about anime and manga, not drugs or alcohol.
Never done any drugs. I've done alcohol because I'm over the legal limit.
But not in excess.
Yes, but not in excess.
Know your limits, people.
Yes. Be safe, If you're listening to this in the car, listen to our beautiful voices. But, if you need to pull over sometime, pull over sometime. If you're getting a little sleepy, pull over. Be safe, but enjoy what you're listening to. And I think that's all we have time for today. This is just two people, literally in Chaos's room, and we are literally just sitting here, talking to you guys, and it's our first one, so I'm a little nervous. I think Taylor's a little nervous too.
I just don't talk much.
Yeah. We need to get him talking because he has really good ideas, so this probably isn't, the best podcast, but hopefully we're going to do more. So you can find us on YouTube at The Anime Society. You can find us on Facebook at The Anime Society. At Anime Society Podcast. Sorry about that. Give us a like, shout out. If you pick up an anime that you think we like, post it on there and say, hey, I found this at blah blah blah, and give us a few bullet points why you think we should watch it or read it, and we will give it a consideration and get back to you, and we can give you guys a shout out on our next podcast.
Yeah.
So, Taylor?
We'll try to have a link dump for all the things we've talked about in the description.
Yep. Yeah, where can they find you on the tweets of the web?
Twitter?
Yes, also known.
I
Okay.
know it doesn't make much sense, but that's what it is.
Hey, it's you. You do you. And you can find Anime Freak, not as Anime Freak on Twitter, but as PRizzle93. And how you spell that, because it's a little weird. It's PRIZZLE, a 9 and a 3. Stay tuned for more news, more everything anime. And again, we will talk to you guys in the next episode. So thank you guys for any comments or questions you will post. And thanks for listening. And stay tuned for our next awesome Anime Society podcast. Would you like to say anything? Would you like to say goodbye to the fans?
Bye, everybody. Have fun.
Keep the addiction going, people. Over and out.